Hello dear friends, myself Professor Khodde Rishikesh and you are watching BSc Botany Studies Classes channel. Here in this lecture we will be discussing about the most important concept in this chapter. The chapter is seed dormancy and seed germination. Here we are going to discuss about the metabolic changes which takes place during the seed germination. So up till we have discussed about the concept of seed dormancy, types of seed dormancy and which are the methods which are applicable to break this seed dormancy. But what happens after breaking the seed dormancy? That seed undergoes the germination. As photograph indicating, the seed is undergoing the germination, means what? From seed new plant is arising. But which are the metabolic changes are taking place inside this seed? Due to that, this seed is capable to produce new plant. We have seen the dormant seed which is unable to produce new plant, but the germination process is inducing the seed to produce new plant. So we have this seed. I am drawing a figure of seed. Inside this seed you will have a reproductive material and storage material. This is we call as an embryo, and this is we call as an endosperm. This embryo is going to produce new plant. For that, this endosperm is providing the food material to this embryo. Because embryo is present inside the seed is protected by the seed coat, and whatever nutrient material is available is present inside this endosperm. This seed is the product of double fertilization and triple fusion phenomenon. As you have already studied in previous classes, what is double fertilization and triple fusion? Where we have embryo and endosperm inside this seed. This endosperm consists of various food materials in the form of carbohydrate, in the form of protein, and in the form of oil droplets which we call as lipids. So this endosperm is providing food material to this embryo. This embryo consists various parts. This portion which I have drawn here, this portion is known as a suspensor. This suspensor is not a direct part of the embryo. This suspensor is acting as a spring which is pushing embryo towards the endosperm. So what happens? Embryo pushes or migrate towards the endosperm. The food material in this endosperm is getting available to the embryo. But while seed is dormant, this food material is not available to this embryo. In dormant seed, the suspensor is inactive. It do not show any activity. So while germination, what happens actually is very essential to understand. So during this lecture we will be discussing about how this endosperm is capable to provide food material to this embryo. What actually happens inside the seed is the topic of discussion. So let's get started. So friends, I have written on the board is the process of germination. Which germination? Seed germination. So while seed germination takes place, there are various steps followed by the seed. First step is imbibition. So what is this imbibition? First of all, you need to understand this. Imbibition means something which is the seed when you keep in a water, or when water is present around the seed, this water will come inside the seed, will get absorbed by the seed coat. Once water get in contact with the seed, this seed coat will show some bulginess. They shows absorption of water, and due to this some metabolic changes are triggered, which is the second process which we call as metabolic changes. Triggering means metabolic changes start to take place inside the seed. And third step which is dependent on this metabolic changes is embryo. embryo development takes place. So there are three processes which are dependent on each other. Finally, embryo development takes place, but for that metabolic changes has to be taken place here. These metabolic changes takes place once seed imbibition has done. So imbibition is first step. Means what? If there is no water, there will be no seed germination. Water availability is must. Without water availability, you cannot think about seed germination. So remember this point, water should be there. When water is there, imbibition takes place. Once imbibition takes place, metabolic changes start to take place. Once metabolic changes start to take place, then and then only embryo development can start to occur. Once embryo development start to occur, then you can find there is a seedling growing out of that seed. So imbibition is something which we call as a physiological phenomenon which is shown by the seed. What happen in dormant seed? Sometimes that seed do not shows imbibition phenomenon. So without imbibition, these processes cannot take place. If imbibition takes place, then only seed germination can take place. You need to remember this. Then the next point of discussion is type of germination. So what are the type of the germination? These types are dependent upon on which type of plant you are talking about. Mainly you have to remember seed producing plants are known as spermatophytes. These spermatophytes are of two types. First one is gymnosperm and another one is angiosperm. This gymnosperm and angiosperm shows presence of seed in sexual reproduction phenomenon. No bryophyte, no pteridophyte shows presence of seed. So these seeds germination type is dependent upon in what category you are talking. In this lecture, we will be not talking about the gymnosperm seed germination. We are just restricted to angiosperm seed germination. In angiosperm, you have dicot and monocot. Dicot and monocot are two different classes of the angiosperm, where in monocot you have hypogeal. Hypogeal type of seed germination in case of monocot. In case of dicot, you have epigeal type of seed germination. Means we have seen type of seed germination where you have hypogeal and epigeal seed germination. So you must be confused about what is the difference between hypogeal and epigeal. So if I write here types of seed germination, hypogeal and epigeal type of seed germination. What is the difference? Please remember, in monocot, this type of seed germination is visible. In dicot, this type of seed germination is visible. The monocot shows only one cotyledon presence. If I draw the structure of embryo, in embryo you have only one cotyledon. In dicot, you will have two cotyledons. This is something which you know already. Okay. So in monocot, what happens? This cotyledon remain in the ground. This cotyledon, when you sow the seed under the soil, this is seed, this is the layer of soil. This cotyledon remain below and the plant growth above the soil can be visible without presence of cotyledon. But in case of dicot plant, you will have the plant under the soil is growing with the cotyledons. So means cotyledon come out of the soil in case of dicot plant. That's why it is known as epigeal. In monocot, it is hypogeal, means cotyledon remain inside the soil. Have you understood? The cotyledon remain inside the soil, that's why it is hypogeal. In epigeal, in case of dicot, cotyledon come out of the soil with the along with the growing plant, that's why it is known as epigeal type of seed germination. Thus we have seen the two types of seed germination, hypogel and apogel, hypogel present in monocot and apogel present in dicot. I am sure you must have understood the difference on the basis of the cotyledon where they are remaining. If they are remaining in the soil, it is hypogel. If they are coming out along with the plant, it means it is apogel type of seed germination. So friends, I have written a point here, that is metabolic changes which takes place inside the seed, which will be very essential. So please understand this. I have drawn one seed structure here. In this seed you will have your embryo present at above and endosperm which covering the most of the area of the seed. Mainly remember, the almost 85% or 90% of the area inside the seed is covered by this endosperm. So this endosperm consisting various types of macromolecules. There are two types of molecules, macro and micro. So which are these macromolecules? Macromolecules such as carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acid. So there are four types of macromolecules present inside this bag. This is an endosperm which contain various types of macromolecules. Endosperm are of different type. Some seed shows endosperm in liquid state. You know very well the coconut example. When patient is sick, you give them a coconut liquid. So this liquid consists various types of molecules along with the various ions. So this patient feels energetic. So you must have understood the importance of endosperm. Sometimes endosperm is solid. Whatever rice, whatever jawar you are eating, these seeds are nothing but endosperm, whatever you are eating. So these endosperm are very energetic, who are providing the energy for human being also. So this endosperm providing energy, this embryo. These macromolecules are present inside while seed form. These molecules are present inside, but they are in inactive state. What happens actually is that whenever water come in contact with the seeds, whenever seed get imbibed, whenever imbibition takes place, the metabolic changes start to take place. The layer of the endosperm, I will try to highlight it in a different color. This layer is very essential. This layer, the layer of an endosperm have special name. This layer is known as alluron layer. This layer is very sensitive to the presence of water. Once water comes inside the seed, once water triggers the metabolic changes, once imbibition takes place, then only metabolic changes start. But in metabolic changes, the alluron layer of an endosperm, remember this word, alluron layer of an endosperm produces different enzymes. So which enzymes? Mainly, first of all, they produces alpha amylase type of enzyme. Then they produces protease type of enzyme. Then they produces lipase type of enzyme. Who is producing these enzymes? The alluron layer. Where this alluron layer is present? It is present around the endosperm. This endosperm is a bag of food. The layer is alluron layer. It is triggered by the water. Once it is triggered, it produces different enzymes. So what is the importance of these enzymes is very essential to understand here. I will write in a brief to make you understand. First we will discuss about a carbohydrate. What happened to this carbohydrate is that the macromolecule of carbohydrate mainly present in the form of starch. These starch molecules are energy rich molecule, are nothing but the reserve food material, and these starch molecule are treated by this enzyme known as alpha amylase and produces glucose and fructose. Remember this. Water comes inside the seed, it activates the aileron layer. Aileron layer produces alpha amylase type of enzyme. These alpha amylase are acting upon the starch. These starch are nothing but the type of carbohydrate. Once action of alpha amylase takes place, the glucose and fructose micromolecules are produced. These micromolecules are ready to available to the embryo. Means embryo cannot directly use this starch material. These starch material are just reserve food material. They are must be treated by the alpha amylase enzyme. Once treating by alpha amylase enzyme, glucose and fructose type of molecule are produced. These are micromolecules, and these micromolecules are now available to this embryo. It was the story about the carbohydrate which are present. Sorry. This is the story. So this is the story of carbohydrate which are present inside the endosperm. You cannot say directly inside the seed. Inside the endosperm. So another case is about proteins. These proteins are nothing but the chain of amino acid. These amino acid already I have discussed about these amino acid in nitrogen metabolism chapter. You can check that video. So here is a peptide bond which is present between two amino acids. So here I have drawn 5 amino acids, 4 peptide bonds are there. So the protein, aileron layer is activating another enzyme which is known as a protease enzyme. This enzyme acting upon proteins and produces separate amino acids. These amino acids now available to the embryo. So you must be getting now what I am trying to tell you here. These endosperm consisting various macromolecules. These macromolecules are there but not available to the embryo. These macromolecules have to be converted into simple form, that is micromolecule. Once micromolecule produced, these macromolecules are utilized by this embryo and embryo development can take place. So it was the story about the proteins where you have amino acid availability. Now third case is lipids. So the third enzyme which is produced by this aileron layer, that is lipase enzyme. These lipase enzymes acting upon these lipids and produces, please remember, fatty acid, glycerol. These fatty acid and glycerol now available to the embryo which is now going to develop into the new plant. This embryo can take only micromolecules. Please remember this. Embryo can utilize only micromolecules. They cannot utilize these macromolecules. Macromolecule simplification can take place by these enzymes. These enzymes are produced by this aileron layer. This aileron layer is there only, but it is activated by the presence of water, which is you have to understand first and you have to write in exam if question is asked how aileron layer is working to seed germination process. So you can write all these points with related to the aileron layer. You do not have to forget this word because this is very important, will be the most important concept of this lecture, I would say. So I have just discussed various metabolic changes takes place. First of all, I have discussed about the macromolecule conversion into micromolecule. Once micromolecule are produced, then only this embryo can utilize those molecules. So it was about regarding the macromolecules, but there are various different things also. Which are these different things? Let's discuss. So there are various different things also. Which different things? Once water available, they just, I have discussed about, they convert macromolecule into micromolecule. It was the one case just we have discussed here. The another case is that they activate, the presence of water activates various respiration reaction pathway. Presence of water activates aileron layer was the first thing. Now we are talking about various respiratory reaction pathways are get activated. So which are these various reaction pathways? First of all, you know very well about glycolysis. Everyone know about glycolysis. Once glycolysis takes place, the glucose molecule is utilized, and from this glucose molecule energy is derived. The another pathway is a Krebs cycle. The Krebs cycle activation also takes place by the presence of water. And third is a TCA cycle. TCA cycle also takes place. The combination of these three cycles, don't forget this, what I am going to tell you here. The combination of these three cycles will produce ATP. This ATP is very essential for normal embryo development. If no ATP is there, no proper embryo development can take place. So to produce ATP, you will have to go from these pathways. This pathway can only work if micromolecule is available. Remember this, if micromolecule available, then only this pathway can work. How these micromolecules are available? We have seen the aileron layer have produces different enzymes. These enzymes are producing macromolecules. These macromolecules are going through these cycles, and finally you will have this ATP. This ATP is now ready, which is utilized by an embryo, and new seedling is developed. So friend, I will shortly explain whatever we have discussed in our last 20 minutes. Here you need to remember that seed germination requires an embryo to convert into seedling. That is one thing. To conversion embryo into the seedling, the requirement of energy is in the form of ATP. This ATP is available by the metabolic pathways such as glycolysis, TCA cycle, or you can say Krebs cycle, which is alternative name to the TCA cycle, and electron transport chain. This metabolic pathway run to produce this ATP. But to run this metabolic pathway, you will have to provide micromolecules such as amino acid, glucose, fatty acid. These micromolecules are required to run these metabolic pathways. It is very essential to understand this. These micromolecules are not freely available because these are micromolecules derived from the macromolecules. Which are the macromolecules? Carbohydrate, protein, lipids. These macromolecules are present inside the endosperm. What we have discussed up till is these macromolecules are present inside the endosperm. They need to be converted into the micromolecules. The enzymes which are playing essential role in conversion of macromolecule into micromolecule are produced by aileron layer, which is present around an endosperm. This aileron layer produces various enzymes Which enzymes? Alpha amylase, protease, lipase enzyme. This aileron layer is activated only when water is available. So it is just a gist, whatever I have discussed in 20 minutes, that embryo produces seedling. For that they will require this ATP. ATP can be produced by this metabolic pathway, glycolysis, TCA or Krebs cycle and electron transport chain. These pathways run only when macromolecules are available. Which macromolecule? Amino acid, glucose and fatty acid. These macromolecules are available from macromolecules when they are treated by the enzymes which are produced by the aileron layer. This aileron layer is activated by the presence of water. So you must have understood how big pathways are involved in seed germination pathway. So this seed germination topic is over here, but not completed, because various hormones are playing essential role in seed germination. In next part we will be discussing about which are the hormones who are playing role in seed germination pathway. So for that, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe this channel so you will get the notification of next lecture. So thank you for your time. We will meet in the next part. Bye.